running on empty task in Harbor, Quebec. Hello there everybody and welcome to another exciting episode of SnowRunner here at Overfed Gaming. I am the Overfed. Today we are driving our Kenworth 963 in a task called running on empty, and we are going to attempt to deliver 3 pallets full of barrels of fuel. We're going to deliver it to the gas station site in Everton, and we're picking it up where we just left from the Oil Refinery. Now, this is not a very long journey, but it is a journey that if you look on the mini map and you think about trying to complete this the way I'm going to go, you probably wouldn't go because it looks a little bit difficult, but it's not. It's actually quite easy. We're at the top left corner of the map in Harbor, and to get to the gas station or gas station site in Everton, we gotta go south. Now, we can go and turn the left-hand turn just up ahead here and bypass the whole port issue. But it is very, very difficult for a truck as big as this to get through this detour. Now, the shorter trucks, I've done it with the Avonhorn, that one can do it, but the Kenworth, I'm afraid, might not be able to do it. So with that thought in mind, we have to go straight, cover an area of, looks like a frozen lake, and we got to get across that frozen lake to the other side so we can enter into the back part of the port area where the ferry is. So we got to get across this ice, but before I make my first mistake, let's back up and go the way we should go. I'd prefer to stay on land for as long as possible, and I don't really want to get down below onto the ice and then try and feed my way through, because all the ice is not equal. Some of the ice is breakaway here, and some of it just breaks a little and you can still drive across it. So you got to be careful, you got to go slow. And I've mentioned this quite often. I mean, SnowRunner is a slow game. And if you are driving along and you get to a section of ice and the front end starts to dig into it and starts to sink, if you're going slow enough, it isn't hard to stop and back out of it. But if you go too fast or you push on, you will get into a lot of big trouble. Now, you do have to watch out for some of these big shards of ice. That goes for whenever you cross any ice in SnowRunner. Now, if you look, you can see some of the ice is a little darker. Now, because the truck is so long, it does end up going into some bad spots here and there and shoves through the ice and breaks something. But if you basically stay on that harder stuff, you should be okay. You should be able to make it through. Now, the entrance to the port is just up ahead to the right there. And if we can try to make this turn here, yeah. Well, see, and there again, you see a little bit of a hole, but that's okay because the Kenworth can push through it. Now, the Kenworth, as you know, has got no chains. So one of the biggest problems he has in any kind of delivery is with icy roads. Icy roads might be okay for the Avonhorn, might be okay for the Plaid, and many of the other trucks in SnowRunner, because they got chains and you don't have to worry about it. But the minute you don't have chains, these icy roads become a real problem. Now, the way I usually attack these roads is I just drive up them like this, and if you go slow enough, don't, go heavy throttle, usually the truck is okay. If you do start a little bit of spinning because the hill's a little bit too steep, like right here, just crawl over to the edge of the road, get your 2 tires on the one side to get a little bit of traction on the snow, and away you go again. Now, that is providing that there is an edge to drive on. Sometimes there isn't, and sometimes the edge is not covered either. So, but in this case it was, and we had no trouble. Now, we got one little detour to go through, and, well, it's not really a little detour. It is for most trucks, but for this one it's a little bit more difficult. It's always best to shift down when you go downhill like this, because gravity will pull your truck down that little hill a little bit quicker. Plus we got to make the turn, and your truck starts to lean a lot. There again, go slow and you should be okay. If you go a little bit too fast and you hit a truck with your left-hand side tires, it might just be enough to lift that side up and to flip your truck right over. So just go slow and you should be okay. And climb up now. Just when we start to climb up, now you can shift it back up into the high range of the low gear. Gives us a nice even pull on the tires, nice good amount of low end torque. And then we gotta go and get through the rest of this scary little detour. Now we almost made a mistake here because the truck's frame is a little bit too long. We should have maybe taken a wider turn. That might have helped a little. I'm not saying it's the truck's fault. Most of the time it's the operator's fault, which is the overfed, but that's okay. Then along here, we've been through this area a few times with different vehicles and even with the Kenworth, and we've gone up, usually up to that high path straight in front of us. Well, there's a lower path that you can take. And we've done it with the Avonhorn, and we're going to try it with the Kenworth right now. We're going to give it a shot and see if we can get through there. Shouldn't be a problem, but oh boy, how wrong I was. Now, you got to try and stay to the left as much as you can, but for some reason the back end of this truck gets pulled over, and oh, well, we're going to be okay. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that was a close one. Boy, but it goes to show you, some trucks can do the job, and some trucks, I would have been better off going over top, and there would have been no chance of falling off. Anyhow, we made it okay. We did just fine, and we got through it. So we're gonna climb out of this detour and get back up on our other problem, the ice road. And like I said, there's always something to contend with in SnowRunner, and that's just part of the game. Now we got just a little ways to go to get up to Everton and that gas station site where we got to drop off these barrels. But like I keep saying, if you don't have chains and you're driving on an ice road, you better slow down a little bit because you will slide. And once you start sliding, especially if you're going downhill, once you start sliding, you can't stop it. So you're pretty well going to go in the direction that it's sliding. And if it's sliding towards a bank, then that's where you're going to go. So take it a little bit easier. Don't do as the overfed did over here. You go a little bit too fast. And there again, see here, way too fast. Let off the throttle. Let the engine slow it down because braking isn't going to help you anyhow. And just see here, the back end comes around. It's a real talent to be able to drive these big rigs on an ice road in a game like this, but it's not undoable. Anyhow, as we're coming around the corner here and climbing the hill, we're going to be coming into Everton, the north end of it. As you can see, the black arrow and the yellow diamond has appeared on the screen, meaning that the drop-off area is close at hand. We are almost there. Absolutely awesome game. I just love this game and love making these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. As we're coming around the corner here, you can see the little green of the gas station up there, and that's where we gotta drop them off. Just a little bit further. So looks like it's going to be another successful delivery. Just great. Anyhow, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe got a tip or a trick or something out of it, like with that ice crossing. It's always nice to know beforehand. And I hope to see you back at Overfed Gaming again real soon. Until then, you've been driving in a Kenworth 963 doing a task called running on empty with me, the Overfed.